All right. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Richeyville. Richeyville from Benin City, Edo State. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Very cool. There was a heavy downpour of rain last night, so Benin City is very cool this morning. Driving everywhere, everything seems nice. The traffic seems calm, and all that. Well, thank God for a beautiful day. Yes, we are going to be talking about real estate. Talk about different things. You can talk about the politics, you can talk about government, talk about this, but I'll talk about real estate because it's becoming a very viable business to invest in these days. I'm driving at the moment, but it doesn't stop the flow. When you talk about real estate, we're talking about investment as an individual, or also as a corporation, a company. When you make this investment, you can make them for the purpose of selling. Instead of keeping your money idle in the bank and just letting the bankers trade on it. I'm not. I have nothing against banking. I'm only just talking as a businessman. You can as well what they call land banking. Land banking seems to be the major thing that is happening these days. You have estates selling as low as 500,000, some 1 million to 1.2, and the rest. You have 200 square meters, 300 square meters, 500 square meters, especially the Lagos axis, where you're talking about Ibejuleki, talking about Ekpe, various areas in Ekpe, Ilara, Igbola, and the rest. There are different companies that are involved in these things. There are some I'm a partner with that I can easily refer those who are interested. I think you have Record Selling. You also have a Pettiness Limited. It's also a real estate company. They also have Life Page. Life Page is a real estate. They have estates in Moe, Father. They have estates in Ekbe. Real estate is booming these days because. And one of the good reasons why it's good or why it's better buying from a real estate company is because they've already secured the property. Like the issue of Omonile, the issue of all these community boys like in Edo State and all that, no, it doesn't come up because at the end of the day, these guys, they help you secure the land. They help you secure it whenever you're ready to develop the land. You can also buy this land for the purpose of investment, future investment, whereby you need to say higher. Okay, let me come down to... Okay, well, before I come down to Benin City, which I live in, let me talk about, the Lagos. There was a property selling in, they call it's a real court. That's the name of the property in Ibejuleki, big area. It was selling last year for around 500,000 naira. But now this property is now selling for 3.5 million for the 500 square meters. Now I ask myself, like, this is less than, or let's say a year, and before you know, the thing keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And we young men, we are always trying to find a way to gain. We know that yes, the economy is tough, especially we who are trying to integrate. We need money to invest, we need money to do this, we need money to do that. We're always looking for more. We need money to do that. You need money to do many things. Sometimes we watch Lekki go by, there was no money. Now Lekki is all choked up. From islands, Lekki, Aja. Now Ibejuleki is even getting choked up. Ibejuleki, they have this proposed international airport which the government is going to build there. The state government, I think, maybe the state or the federal. But you also have different properties that are there already. You have an institute, Otedola Institute. You have the Augustine University, St. Augustine University. You have different things. You have their health centers. I think the Ekpe Health Center and all that. It's going to be viable. You can just go to Google, do a kind of research on Google and see these projects for yourself. Or you can get them on Facebook. The question is, fine. I know the banks are not encouraging. Getting a loan from a bank most times seems very tedious, and sometimes these banks most times they put you through stress to get this property, or maybe their loan, the charge is too high and all that. But what I'm just trying to say is that maybe from friends, from family, from your job, from your savings and all that, you could try your best to say you can secure property, because the hot cake about it is that the major parts have been taken. when an estate like Real Court, an estate like Pertinence Estate, an estate like Richland Estate, my life page comes, into play, people are already buying. Fine, they have units, but people are already buying. And before you know, it's as if that place just passed. And you being a young person who actually want to invest, just that you don't have the money. You don't want to beg anybody for it. You don't want to stress yourself. You're thinking of how to go about it. You're thinking if a bank can give you a loan. Sometimes they won't give you a loan. So you're either a very good business, you already have a very good business running, or maybe sometimes perhaps you are working for the federal government, and sometimes they give streamlined loans. Give you 1 million. What does 1 million do? I'm not saying 1 million is not money, but in an area like this. So what I do, I'm just talking about real estate. That fine, being a partner of some of these real estates, we can link you up directly to them. This will not be saying now from here. If you're interested, you're from Edo State or even in Lagos, we'll link you up to the companies. You go there, you talk to them. They go and show you the place. They also have instrumental payments to help those who don't have the money once to pay. They have instrumental payments whereby can be broken down as far as 6 months, as far as 12 months. And Pertinence Estate currently, they have some slots they are selling for about 1.1 million, which depending on the square meters anyway, because Lagos deal more in square meters. It's those states here that we deal more with 50 by 100, 100 by 100, and so on. So they have a 36-month plan, which is like an instrumental payment. I think about 30,000 naira monthly, which is good. I know it's not. See, I've been in that situation whereby I know it's funny. If I can just be moving 30,000 naira every month, I'll be paying these people. It's not a bad deal. It's a good deal actually. Yes, it is. I know. Thinking of how to get the money, your salary is not enough. They don't pay you well and all that. I know. But anyway, just for benefit of that, it's better to have something at the back of your mind than not to even have it at all. When you have a chance, like for example, you want to travel abroad, for example, you already know that, I already had this plan down. I've already figured out what it is that I'll need, what I'll need at certain points. You might not have the money, but you could work towards it. As far as it's in a file, it's there. You look at it every day. You're like, you could like, yeah, that's true. Okay, I can be working towards it. Trusting in God, it can just be a big break. You will get a bonus from somewhere. Somebody could pay you. Like this, like the federal government holding workers' salary could just pay university staff. I don't know what they have against university staff. Crazy government, Buhari government. Anyway, as I was saying, so you could just use that to like start up something. I have a friend who said to me at some time, he's a colleague, I want to buy a property, but he said, as in a landed property, he could have bought that property in a Benin City here before a world year when it was just 1.2 million naira. That was some 5 years ago. But he told me, hey, don't worry, is that a boundary road I want to buy? I told him, I said, guy, on a normal day, if God bless me, I have 100 million, I have 300 million, for example, will I just carry 200 million and go and be buying near governor's house? What am I doing there? When I can go and buy a new community and have over an acre or hectares of land. Why would I do that? So I told him, you got to get that idea off your head. Benin is developing. The governor is trying. The governor has really done a lot of things. You see the road, the Yekoba road down from Oredo down to Bobaoka. He's trying. He has done some things. And the only thing that I could question about the government is I'm not seeing the industries. I want to see some of all these companies come, because at least the federal government already just approved for state governments who are close to the national rig. They have some state generating power to the national grid. Like for example, we have Edo State. So now Chi, who is doing that in partnership with a private firm. So Edo State generates electricity and sends to the national grid. So a state like those states also have the state government also have a partner with Osiomo power plant. Osiomo power plant. I think it's both government and private, coming together to actually make things work. And Bedek, which is the part of a PHCN, which was bought by some of our greedy politicians. Let's not go about that. They've been trying to frustrate the effort of the Governor Baseki, to power to generate, as in give power to Edolites. Like, for example, maybe I live somewhere and I want this power to come to such area. But now, the president has approved. He has signed it that yes, states who generate power to national grid like Edo State can have their own power. So Edo State cannot say that's another revenue to the state. The state also has a modular refinery. I don't know how far they've gone with that anyway, but at least if we have companies coming here, especially the Sapele Road axis, those new areas where you have the new town and all that, come on, what are we talking about? You can choose. I don't want Bedek, I want this. That's it. So anyway, that's about the light issue. What I'm trying to say is that light issues improving in those states. So these areas now that you have where the governor has tarred the road, though he has morals to tar, because Edo State needs to advance. Edo State needs to move forward to the age of when we talk about infrastructural civilization, whereby everything in the state needs to be selling, because our people are graduating with these jobs. You know, the governor has tried in the area of the public sector to create jobs. He said he would do 200,000 jobs. He has done that because they've employed. You can check Palm House. Oh, I'm trying to get fuel. I think I'm even close to Palm House. You can see it. You can see it here. Let me get that one. You can see here. They've employed a lot of people handling it. A lot of people. So most of the state infrastructure has been most of the state infrastructure has been you know, the government has actually employed lots of people in this sector. But the question is, so with this kind of things going on, the state is what? Expanding. Civilization is going on. People need housing areas. They need where to stay. You know, in Okoromi in 2018, they were selling at the express road for 4 million, 5 million. That was when the governor in 2017 brought out a kind of project that they want to develop roads in Edo State. The roads. They want to develop the roads in Edo State, and the governor, talking about Baseki, you know, that area was like a bush area. I won't lie to you, that area was like a bush area, like an area I didn't even know existed until 2018, and I was even surprised about the area and all that. So Obaseki, you know, walked on that road. I think about some kilometers of road anyway, straight to the Sapele Road, opened it up, everybody started buying land. Everybody started buying lands there. As in, no matter how you go and get something, you know, I know they were selling as low as 1,800,000. I know that they were doing that. You know, I at that time, I had interest that, oh, if I could secure some money up to like 5 million, I would have loved to buy a road at the express. This was 2018 now. I think my daughter was just about a year plus at that period. But guess what is happening now? When I went there, because I know some of the people in that community, when I went there last year, 2022, a land 100 by 100 was sold between 35 million to 40 million. That's good investment. You know, it pained me at that time that I couldn't get up to like 4 million, because they were selling 4 million, 5 million at the express, because then they were just grading the road. They're not as fatted as at that time. You know, I was like, if I could, even if it was a loan, if I could solicit some money to buy this property, and I was going to sell in the year 2022 or 2023, I would have been selling 100 by 100 I bought on the express road for 35 million. I could comfortably, if I borrow that money for the bank, let's assume for example, I could comfortably have added extra 5 million for the bank and keep the remaining 20 million for myself, or rather 30 million for myself. You know, depending on what I sell for, because now it's sold for 35 to 40 million. You can imagine, hot kick, because road past the area. That's why when they talk, I'm saying, make government, they try to develop it for those states. When they open new area, property go they get value, land go they get value, people go they open. Those way buy once they sell, you understand? It would they move. Not be say that you do not do some area. Although the government see fuck up small, because they be say they want to do the other side of it, really to a Kenwa, which is what they call them a Wardia Ulemo, you know. But up till now, you never see one tractor pass that road. Maybe basically go do one, but we just say, you know, one go do one when when he want to come off for office. May you just do one now, no say okay, you try. We know he has worked on several areas. The NTA with the Hackman. You know, he worked on the other side, going to Gidi Aziz. I think they've done it to an area, but I don't know much what happened about the seaport. I think the federal government might be the one delaying that seaport work because everybody wants seaport to be in Lagos. We've told federal government allow the seaport in each of the states to be functional. Let it be functional. We need companies. See, America has about 50 states, and America that has 50 states. I heard that Nigeria is just about 2 states in America. I think California is even bigger than Nigeria or something like that. Now the question is this: you have different industries, you have different companies in this part, in these countries, as in these states, different companies in these states. Why put everything in Lagos? Lagos is choked up. We know one of the reasons why Lagos is selling. Lagos is choked up. Everybody that graduates from Edo State, Lagos, Delta State, Lagos, not Lagos. Everybody wrong go Lagos. So when everybody's running to Lagos, of course the population, they even Dangote decided to refine. That's bullshit because Dangote ought to have started that refinery maybe Edo or Ondo or somewhere, you know. But they just want to just cloud these things. All these cabals and the rest. Don't know. A white man can come and put a company here. A black man can come and put a company. I can put a company in Benin City and say, okay, no problem. Let Benin City open to industrial civilization. Materials can come from abroad and be shipped to Gede Port if it was developed. And Gede Port generates its own revenue. Of course, you pay taxes, you pay this, you pay revenue, you pay VAT and all those things. Then you take your raw materials and take it to Benin here. Edo is the heartbeat of the nation. What is the heart? Your heart pumps blood. If a part at least so your heart is truncated, man, you know what's up now. You don't go. So what are we trying to say? The heartbeat pumping to every side. You must pass it to get to the east, pass it to get to the, you know, that's how it is. To the Niger Delta, you must pass here. To the east, you must pass here. To the west, you must pass. So what are we trying to say? We have to decongest Lagos. You know, I'm not saying Lagos is beautiful. I like Lagos. I went to Lagos, beautiful. You know, so we have to decongest these things by allowing industries. The federal government to allow industries be in other parts of the states. So at the end of the day, everybody can be progressing at the same time. There will be no stress. You understand what I'm saying? So back to what I was talking on real estate. The government needs to try and tar the road that leads from Ogbazu down to those communities. I don't even know some of the communities, but I know a lot of communities. You have Umegbe, you have Ikwekbe, and there are other ones. They are there. They lead to Ekenwan. They lead to Ekenwan, and also lead to from Ekenwan again. They lead to Igor local government that leads straight to the express route there. You know, all these are areas that when you develop all these things, it will appreciate. You can also put government infrastructures in all these places and all that. Different companies will come and do this. Anyway, right now in Benin City, you have different estates selling. You have Ugoron Estate selling. You have several estate companies that sell. You have Edin Estate. Edin Estate is just between Arogba and Koromi. It's actually an open area. Like I told you, lands are being sold there for about 35 million because it's at the express. There may be inside the Edin city is an estate actually. You know, but I know they'll be having issues getting people because Lagos not be Benin, I understand. But I think they'll be able to come down on their prices anyway. You know, because in Benin City, express roads are more expensive than interior roads in these communities. But what we are trying to say is, God bless when I go put one water factory for one corner, or God bless you go put one plant for one corner, one biscuit company there. Before you know, yeah, the state though they move forward. And right now, those generate their own light. That's even an advantage, an edge over other states. Edo State, the state government, in partnership with Oshomo, with a private firm, and they call it Oshomo Power Plant in the Dogbo, it's generating light. The governor powers most of the state infrastructures with the light, and people are enjoying it. Those working there are enjoying the light. They're having lots of light. As in, so it's they're having electricity. What I mean. So at the end of the day, imagine the government now is not powering companies. You know, companies left Lagos. So left Lagos due to the fact that we have to move to Ghana. There's no steady electricity. The amount they pay for electricity is too much and all those things. But now, with a state like Edo having his own, you know, this, when companies come on, you know how far now. You know, not be only lounge and a hotel we see for Edo State now. No, they see companies now, water factories, chemical plants, so you make chemicals, paints, all those things. Well, let's have more of all these things, yeah, you know. Let's have more for these things, yeah. And hopefully, I hope the federal government will not frustrate the effort of the what I mean. Federal government is taking charge of everything. I hope the modular refinery that the governor was trying to is actually worked on it. I don't know whether they actually have it. It's actually functional, but I don't know whether they give the license to produce yet. Can you put in some barriers which can be taking care of things, fueling, all those stuff, and those other things. So I don't know. But anyway, what I'm trying to let you know, that Edo is a new hub for real estate developments. You have other estate companies such as I think you have this Stewart Group. Then you also have the Prince Builders and the rest. All these are people who are able to secure lands for communities. And the beautiful thing, you have Orange Woods Estate. The beautiful thing about these people is that when you buy land from them, you will have issues. Fine. The only thing is that you buy maybe in square meters and all that, but I think some of them do square meters, while some of them do full land and all those things. So the major thing in what I'm trying to say to you is that properties in those states are appreciating, is advancing. I can remember Mission Road those days was sold 4 years ago, was sold for about 80 million, but now Mission Road is now about 200-300 million naira. If you get 100 by 100 there, I'm telling you. Some of these are Igbo brothers or Igbo guys that they buy, they turn there, they put stores everywhere, they make everywhere, they boom. Start everywhere is booming. So by the time we have more people, more roads being tarred by the state governor, I really encourage Obaseki. I know he's trying, but I encourage him to do more in terms of road development, because the more you do the road, the more the community opens. That's it. If not, community will sell at 200,000, 300,000. But by the time BC they do road there, people will buy 500 or sell for 2 million. You understand? So it keeps developing, and that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes and all that. So Edo State is a hub for real estate development, and I encourage people to engage most of the real estate firms, or if you have trusted community or jewelries or trusted communities, gaze, yes, you can buy from them. There are some of them we also know too that good now. the woman in my front does not want to move. I don't know where. I'm actually at Sapler Road, close to the Palm House. You can see it. The government's even renovating the other part of it anyway. So I'm trying to get fuel. I'm on a queue at the NNPC place to get fuel this morning. Get fuel for my car. So that's it. So what am I trying to say is, yes, we need to really encourage real estate. Land is an investment. They call it land. In Lagos they call it land banking. Why leave your money in the bank if you have some money, 500k, have this? Or even in Edo State, you also have instrumental plans. A lot of instrumental plans going on here. People you can buy a land, get the full money. You want to drop like maybe 20k every month. You can also work with the companies and all that. You pay all those things and all that. And with time, these companies have a way they will buy the erect perimeter fencing on these properties to secure it for you, and I think it's better they're securing it for you, because if anything you can always take these people to court. So the real estate don't want to mess up. So when the real estate buys, they have approval from the government to buy, the state government, and they also have licenses to operate. So it's easier for them to buy and sell than at the end of the day you stressing yourself. You go buy from one community chairman go carry the land, do another thing, he said give another person, they look for the community chairman. Although there's always punishment for those kind of people doing that, but what am I trying to say is so we're talking about civilization in Edo State. For when I'm sitting down here, I can see that the governor is actually working on the other building. I think fire got it some years ago, or it was abandoned, I don't know. We have several of those buildings all over and all that, so that's more employment. So I guess he's going to employ more people before he leaves office, and he tries, he pays them on time. I think state workers get paid 25th. Even federal government workers at times get paid on the 1st or the 2nd, but he has been trying since he came. He has been trying. I know he might not be the best, he might not be the best, but I think he's trying and all that, and we only just encourage him to please slow down, reduce some of all these things. The CO4 has been reduce the so-called what do you call it, those who are getting approval for their building. That's land planning, building plan. Building plan. I meant. And they should reduce the money for checking and Edo G's for reduce. I don't know. I think they put it at, I don't know, is it up to 20 or something? They should try and reduce that money too. You can now check wherever you want to buy. So companies are even safe. You can go and check. Oh, I want to buy a plot of land, or I want to buy several hectares of land or acres. I want to go to Edo just to check if it's a government land or it's an individual land, or if it's and you can check that. They can check it for you. They can follow you to the site and do all those kind of things. So Edo State is moving forward. We just want people to also move in. Situation. We don't want a situation whereby it's always about monopoly. I don't want to mention some names. Those states are the ones rushing to go and clear off these things. No, let the young people be encouraged to do things. Let the government keep developing properties. Let the government keep developing road infrastructure. Sorry, I meant let the government keep developing road infrastructures, so that new areas are opening. The state is expanding. Edo State get land past Lagos State. So sure, no say most of Lagos State land after they enter now Ogun State land they claim. So just Ogun State leave for them because we still want development. So at least we can develop most of all these infrastructures and invite companies here. It's a heartbeat. I said something to myself one time. If a company comes and buy a property in Edo State and erect an industry here, it's saving him stress of transporting all the way from Lagos, passing through Ogun State or Ibadan or Abeokuta or whatever, and the rest are coming to Ondo. No. If the materials can just come here, it's direct, it processes, it can be taken care of. The Niger deltas, like taking care of Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, Delta. It can be taking care of from there to other part of the to the Onitsha and the rest side of it. That's good. It's like you trying to divide your industrial hub into two. Instead of having finished products from Lagos going through the road, stressing yourself, instead you can just have a plant here in Benin City. Talking about the Metropia, you have a plant here in Benin City whereby you always will supply these people. It saves cost, haulage, transportation, and all those things are put in check and all that. So what I'm trying to say is that real estate is a good business to do this. If you're a company, you can come down to Edo State, or if it's a Lagos State, you can go down to those new areas where developments are going on, road development, road infrastructure developments, and start doing something, start acquiring and reselling and all that. Is a business. It's part of an investment. You can also have people go there and buy. Like me now, I won't lie to you. There are some areas that if I want to buy a property, I'll first of all want that the area is secured and all that. The area is developed. You can't go and look for a kind of area and be buying like a bushy area. So but when the government have done the roads, I know that it helps people try to do those things, and also it brings revenue to the state, and it also makes the state open up to civilization. So I don't know. Edo State is a hub. We want to see pharmaceutical companies. We want to see people like GlaxoSmithKline. We want to see people, we want to see Emzor Pharmaceuticals come here and have a plant. That's it. Come here, buy land, register with the government, get your everything in place, and start employing our people. Employing people and all that, and also young people like us. God blesses us. We pray that God going to bless us. We get some money. We can buy, invest, and all that. That's so, every time everybody run go Lagos, even they tire me. I just wonder, so TV all this one, everybody go Lagos. What's that Lagos? I want choke Lagos up. The last time I went to Lagos, I could not even breathe. Too much noise. Rats are disturbing the area. Some areas dirty, all those kind of things. But so many people, what's in the happen? Pollution. Come on, I'm not choke Lagos up. I'm not go the other states to develop. I think Ogun State is currently going through some developmental stage, infrastructure and all that. Okay, yes. So Benin City too, please come and invest. Young people, you can buy lands from most of these estates. You can also buy from community people that is trusted. If you need more information like that, we can try to hook you up with some of them. And all those things. Okay, so that's it about land. And the government should be encouraged by we encourage them anyway. We are paying our taxes and all that, but we encourage the state government to try their best to make sure that they are developing roads, as this will bring about civilization in the fastest light. in the fastest speed, like a speed of light. I'm telling you. Edo City should try and reduce their price. Edo City is an estate just between a rubber there. They should try and bring it down a little so that people can invest, and all that. Like I always said, Edo City is not Lagos. What I mean is Lagos has gone through a lot of development at years ago. So, Edo State has actually been developing too. But what we're trying to say is, you cannot come and tell me to buy a duplex here in Edo State for 90 million naira, whereby because they are selling 90 million in Lagos, they work now. No make sense. What you do is, at least you can calm down. The land size, okay, it can be the land, the price of the land can be reduced. Then person can gain and all that. So that's why, because what I'm saying all these things, I'm not trying to spite anybody. I'm just helping them because they don't even know me. But I know I have a friend who's an agent with Edo City. Edo City, just try and look at things properly. We don't want greedy politicians or corrupted politicians who steal public funds or looted funds to come around and start buying properties. We're talking about the state. The state is not for the state to develop by a few people. Maybe, for example, I'm in government office, and at the end of the day, I'm like a commissioner, and I'm able to attract some funds, and I go and start buying 1 hectare of land and all that. I say that one development. That will not be development now. Come on, that's not development. I'm telling you, that is not development. That is just rubbish. That's not development. But development is when, because the so-called person is going to leave that land there for years, and maybe later not start selling. And who is it profit on himself and his family? But when you have a land that, okay, the price is fair, you bought the land for maybe, you bought 1 hectare of land for maybe, say, 50 million naira from the community, or 100 million naira, you want to sell, then you know, okay, some areas you sell for 500, there are some areas that are very close to the bypass roads in that estate, which you can sell for reduced price. Then okay, it's understandable. Oh, there's a part that is 500, a part that is 700, a part that is 800. You make your profits and all that. But if you just want to say you want to put for Lagos, how many industry they pay here now? How many people salary reach 250 or 200,000 when you want to they do such things? So you're only encouraging a greedy politicians who steal public funds to come and buy, and of which they will never develop it to just be there. I don't want to mention names. Like, I cannot imagine one of all these some of all these greedy politicians coming out to buy a property. The guy is going to leave it there for over 10 years. It just be there. Your estate will just be dormant. But by the time you reduce the prices and all those things, you will see that people will come and buy. And when people come and buy, before you know what's happening, the people want to develop. Small, you mold blocks. Small, you do this. Small, you do that. Small, you do this. Before you know, you don't complete your house. Like, the same with other people. This one can't do it. Maybe this one work for NNPC can't do it. Although NNPC, I know they are well paid. Okay, but anyway, people from the state can access good amount of loans and come there and come and do something. At least then, it's everywhere that they open. So we encourage the government to actually do road. It's a road, because we have discovered that when there's road, anywhere the tie road pass, the place must open. So yeah, road not the open community. Road not the open, not they bring about development. So when those are tied, so we encourage Obaseki to please do that. I encourage you. I don't have any property in between what do you call it? What they are, so, but I'm speaking generally because I like progress. I like seeing things prosper. I like seeing productivity. That's one thing about me. Those who know those who know me, they know me, Richeyville. My name is Richeyville. Tell you that Richeyville, I like doing things that make sense, not because of my own gain. No. I don't have any property in that place, or land in that place. But what I know is, I want to see everywhere progress. I've gone to Lagos. I've gone to Abuja. Abuja is, of course, Abuja is the LCT here. I know that. But I want to see things. I want to see things move. I want to see the state progress. I want to see Nigerians. I want to see things happening. Not the one that people who they are abroad, and people they are abroad, they call the buy land for me, and people they call the develop. It don't make sense now. It don't make sense now. Not the other way. Why abroad good? Means abroad me go like travel, but my brother, like my friend Choko Merina go say Charlie. This is my brother. At least a good see everywhere they progress. But everywhere they progress, all of us go to enjoy them. Not just when you see what do you call it? Not just nowadays some people they call it one and all that. No, it don't really make sense like that. Make everywhere they progress. Make everybody they progress. make all of us they progress, to do something, and that's it. And that's how you encourage people to do the right thing. Sure, you get my point. So this is Richie. I'm about to sign out right now. I'll come again, talk about some other topics. This morning I was talking about infrastructure. I'm talking about real estate infrastructure or real estate development, talking about in Benin City, Edo State. I'm talking about in Lagos, such as you're having the Ajah, the Lekki, the Ajah, Ibeju Lekki, talking about Ekpe, Ikorodu. All these are new areas that are opening up, and some other part of Ogun State. I know that, if you want to reach me, you can always reach me. When I upload this video now, I'm going to drop my link. You want to reach me so I can link you to some of these estate companies. I'm partnered with some of them and all that. So because you could check it out, you could check out some things on YouTube and see some of the videos and all that. So, but anyway, I want people to try to think about real estate. It's one of the best way to save your money because it's moving forward every day. It's moving forward every day. It's moving forward every day. It's appreciating every day. Things are actually going up. Things are actually going up every day. Like in terms of land appreciates. Is a good way to invest. I've known a lot of people invested. Fine, I might not have the opportunity to invest much when I was coming up because I saw areas. Because when you know to get the money to invest, sometimes you get the B. But sometimes you can also have people to partner with. Say, I'm gonna buy this place. So if you don't appreciate, we'll sell and share the money. That's another way. You can get families, friends to support you. Then to even invest is a beautiful thing. I know that. So also, if you can also get companies, companies coming down and start doing something better, it helps. It creates employment. As when companies come, it brings employment and other things. So anyway, I'm just talking about real estate development here in Benin City, in the airport road axis that leads down to that passes through Aroba, Okoromi, Obazagbon, Obagi, Obayaton 1 and 2, Ewekben and the rest, down to Roba Research. We're talking about from the Ogba Road axis leading again down to through Ewodia, Ulemo, all other areas. Yes, there are also properties there. There are also real estate companies there that you can also purchase your properties from, your landed properties. I mean, from and all that, and you will save and all that. You're going to an agreement with them, and everything's good. And you can also buy land for future investment. So have a lovely day. I'll catch you up later. I remain Richie V signing out. Thank you.